But Brad, don't you think as well, Liverpool have it's been asked a lot, hasn't it, about Trent Arnold? I mean, he's one of the best fullbacks going forward, but he's been questioned, hasn't he, a lot by pundits and ex-players about his defending qualities. And I mean, if you look at that goal there from Grealish, I mean, he's not even marking Jack, and maybe he doesn't feel that Villa have the quality to even find him on that pass. Is it maybe a bit of like, okay, it's only Aston Villa, you know, they're not going to make that pass, you know, they're scared of Liverpool. But today, Liverpool went Villa went toe-to-toe with Liverpool, and I think Trent Arnold got found out a few times.
Yeah, but I think their philosophy and their style of playing, Gabby, is to press high and get their fullbacks forward. I don't know if I would necessarily say that he's a poor defender. I would say that he's told to go forward, and to combat that, I'm sure the Villa staff have been watching it and said, you know what, every time he goes forward, play the ball over into that space and make him defend. You know, so and I think it's hard, and you get tired because this Liverpool team, I mean, Klopp asked them to do a lot physically, and when they're always on the front foot, they're always pressing, the fullbacks are always getting high. If he's now having to do a 60-yard sprint backwards, that's hard.
But do you think that, remember Ashley Young at Aston Villa, how good he was on that left? Do you think that like defenders would have ever dreamt of leaving Ashley Young like that, the way Grealish was today?
No, but I think this Liverpool team, I think Klopp would have told Trent to go forward, Alexander-Arnold to go forward. I do, and then I think Youngie would have killed him. Like you know, that's because if you and I think you probably would have pulled out over on that side as well. So you know, and he wouldn't have been able to catch either of you when you have 40 yards on him, especially. You know, so I think it's a great tactic against Liverpool if you can win the ball in the midfield areas. You know, and let's also, we have to say, and listen, 7-2. If Mane played, Villa still win today. But when Mane plays, there is an added outlet. So 100%. You know, you have to take that into consideration. Maybe not for today, but in other games going forward. But I think teams will now look at this. The scouts will be out there and they'll be going, you know what? When Robertson goes forward and when Alexander-Arnold go forward, these are the spaces, and no matter what two center backs are playing, it's going to be hard for them to defend if you attack quickly and you have the pace to do it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brad, there. I think this result is going to be is probably the most shock result in Premier League as far as I can remember. I mean, no one would have ever put... I mean, the bookies must have been 500 to 1 for a 7-2 win for Aston Villa, and this will send shockwaves through the league now with other clubs, teams watching videos. I mean, whoever Liverpool are playing next, I mean, Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, these players, if James can win the ball back, they're going to be making these same runs, aren't they? And, I mean, it's whether a better time for Everton to play Liverpool.
Yeah. Liverpool are going to have to be careful and not losing the ball in certain areas. That's without a doubt, because teams will start doing this.